Yellow colours. Cara Waters aboard. He reverted to steeplechasing at Pyro, just his second attempt at steeplechasing, and he showed a real liking for it. He's back to the hurdles here. I just think they might run along a bit quick for him, and especially with the open class horse like Oliverdance, you would expect after Pyro he will go forward. He's not adept in the heavy stuff, but he got through it okay, and I just think, as the punters are saying, he's got too much ability on the flat. Mixes that with his ability as jumping, and you've heard and probably read about the comparisons being made at this stage of his career. We get about 120, 130 horses to the trials, and about 2/3 of that to the race day. Go figure. Anyway, the man who's going to figure it out for us is Keith Hobb, race 1.
As Bart walks in, so set now the first. And Fraser hurdles. Favourite Oliverdance, and they jump as one. Oliverdance goes to the lead from Patronage, kicks up on the inside of it. A wall of horses. Bart goes with these as they race towards the first, and Dan's out 3 deep as they come to that first hurdle at it, and they skip over it nicely. Yelsa Jr. got back last of all, and Mr. Easy Street second last. Settling now, Bart on the inside of Dan's as they went by the 600 metres. Patronage dropped in from Oliverdance on the outside. 2 back behind them then as they come towards the turn. Ever Ready, Classic Spirit in the blue colours. 3 back to Mr. Easy Street, and Yelsa Jr. is last. Around the corner and approaching the first of 2 in the straight, and Dan's takes the lead now. As comes to this hurdle, he is pricked at it, over it, skipped over it. Bart on the inside next. Oliverdance travelling out a bit as they come to the next in the straight. Then Patronage, 1 out from Ever Ready. Classic Spirit the second in the straight, coming up and going to it. Dan's better jump that time. Lovely jump. Oliverdance, your favourite, goes up to be a length and a half off the leader with a round and a bit to go. Bart on the inside getting the run of the race. Patronage 2 lengths away from then Ever Ready. Classic Spirits going forward 3 deep as they went past the winning post. 5 back behind them Mr. Easy Street, and 6 back Yelsa Jr. So up the rise leaving the straight, and Dan's led them by a couple of lengths from Bart and Oliverdance. 2 back behind them Ever Ready on the rails from Patronage, 1 out, and 3 out Classic Spirit as they race down to the 1600 metres. Mr. Easy Street the next horse, and Yelsa Jr. is last, and 10 off the pace as they work into the back. Dan's the leader by a length and a half, cruising along from Bart on the inside. Oliverdance going keenly, only a length off the leaders, then followed out wide Classic Spirit still from Patronage and Ever Ready as they approach the one by the 1400 metres. Dan's at it, over he goes, nice jump. Oliverdance second over, third Bart, 4 lengths to Patronage, Classic Spirit, Ever Ready. Mr. Easy Street the next one as they go to the next on the far side, and over go the leaders, and they're starting to spread out a bit. Yelsa Jr.'s probably 15 off the leaders as they work up the rise to the one by the 1000. Pacemaker Dance in second place there. Oliverdance from Bart as they come to that hurdle at the 1000 metres. Dan's over, up to its girth. Oliverdance with a nice leap. 3 back to Bart, niggled at. 6 back to Classic Spirit. Patronage going forward. Mr. Easy Street, he's about 12 off the pace as they race down to about the 800 metres now. Next hurdle coming up, and it's Dan's, tackled by Oliverdance on the outside. 6 to Bart, 5 back Classic Spirit. Over that one they leaders go. Mr. Easy Street is improving, but he's got a fair bit to make up. The others are out of it. Around the corner now with about 600 metres to go. Dan's the inside of Oliverdance. 6 away. Bart tiring from Classic Spirit, and Mr. Easy Street are starting to run on. Around the turn, 450 to go. Dan sticking grimly to the favourite as they race into the straight. Oliverdance on the outside, put the head in front though. 2 to go. 6 to Classic Spirit. Mr. Easy Street racing into third as they come to that second last. Over goes Oliverdance. Dan's won't give in on the inside, still only a length away. 3 to Classic Spirit and Mr. Easy Street. 1 to go. Oliverdance now comes to it. 1, 2, up and over he goes. Coming back at it on the inside. Dan's these two down to a ding-donger. Oliverdance with a slight advantage. 100 to go. Classic Spirit starting to wind up quickly with Mr. Easy Street. Oliverdance in front, out wide. Classic Spirit's going to run it down. No, it won't. Oliverdance lasted just. Gee, it's close. Classic Spirit second, with then photos between Dan's and Mr. Easy Street 2. For third, then well back was Bart, then followed Patronage. Well back behind these Yelsa Jr. But Oliverdance, I think, has just lasted. Did Classic Spirit come home strongly, and on the inside then Dan's has lasted for third. Gee, this is a sprint home by Classic Spirit. Watch it. It's a mile off them in the blue colours out there, just jumping it now. And Oliverdance under the stick now from on the inside. Dan's just kept fighting, and here's Classic Spirit starting to wind up, coming home at 100 miles an hour. And Mr. Easy Street just whacking away, just got too far off the pace. Down to the post, though, Oliverdance looks like he's going to bolt in. Then Classic Spirit closes so quickly as they go to the wire, and Oliverdance just made it.
Very close, and I suppose favourite punters would have thought about the 600 when he went up to put the real pressure on Dans, that he was just going to take over and run away, but Dans wouldn't go away, just kept kicking on the inside, and for a moment with 400 metres to go I thought she had a chance of win number 100, and then it became apparent that those behind, Mr Easy Street's done a huge job with 67, and Classic Spirit, who has won 11 races, we know how good he can be on the flat, he was storming home centre track. Here's confirmation.
4, 2, 3, 1, 9, 6. Repeating those numbers, 4, 2, 3, 1, 9, 6. 6 horses to weigh.
So Oliverdance just hanging on. He didn't win like a $1.45 favourite you'd like to see. He's getting a bit tired, running to the centre of the track, tongue tie on there. Classic Spirit has lunged late but has just failed for Jonathan Riddell. Our top riders in action there across the finish. Yeah, great photo, Oliverdance. Well, I wonder about the reputation. This track against him really, I think he's a bit...